Discover the potential lifesaver in the face of crises, a superfood that might just be the most nutritious on Earth, needing no refrigeration whatsoever. Born out of the cold was fear of nuclear attacks. America sought a bunker food that was a nutritional powerhouse, budget-friendly, easily reproducible on a massive scale, and non-perishable. After 5.5 years of relentless experimentation, a military scientist finally cracked the code, giving birth to the doomsday ration. This secret recipe, kept under wraps for decades, came at just 37 cents a day to keep an adult well-fed. While the anticipated war never materialized, the government stockpiled massive amounts of doomsday rations in shelters across the nation. Surprisingly, this food didn't spoil, and over 150,000 tons found a purpose in emergency relief worldwide. Even today, more than 60 years later, these rations are being discovered. Still edible, still looking fine, and tasting surprisingly good. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. In the Lost Superfoods book, you'll delve into 126 survival foods, not just with recipes, but also detailed instructions and images, along with long-term storage and nutritional values. Today, let's share the key ingredient for making your own doomsday rations, alongside other powerful lost foods contained in this invaluable guide. Before we dive in, meet Art Rude, a former math teacher with a logical and reasoned approach to life. Art's concern, however, goes beyond the skills we're taught. It extends to the vulnerability of our time, the only real currency we have. In a world where our grandparents wisely stored time as long-lasting foods, today's reliance on paper money and plastic in wallets makes us vulnerable. The stark truth is, as long as our time is stockpiled as currency, without basic survival value, we may find ourselves at the mercy of others. Consider the resilience of our grandparents who stored enough to feed their families for a year, a practice that made them impervious to crises. In contrast, today, we rely on supermarkets and money, assuming we can always replenish our supplies. Recent history, however, challenges this assumption. During the 1941 siege of Leningrad, over 2 million people were trapped, and, as rations dwindled, vulnerability became glaringly evident. Now, more than ever, the bottom line is clear in a world of uncertainty. True value lies in what sustains life, not in paper or digital currencies. It's time to reconsider our approach and learn from the wisdom of the past.